All right, we're good to have some live video here today. Want to talk to you guys a little bit about what's going on with all the BS. Pretty much with the how everybody's doing with the president situation. Now everything is going crazy. So now they're censoring pretty much any and everybody that's has a problem with anything going on. Let's say with the election. Obviously, the election's over, done with. Nothing you can do about it, right? But what's the one thing that you can do something about? You can get your voice out there saying how much you believe what's going on is bad, right? Parler been taken off. You also got people being taken off Facebook, people taken off Twitter. You got president who is pretty much, he can't talk to anybody anywhere. The only way he can go actually talk to anybody, which he's got, what is it, another 8 more days. 8 more days and he won't be able to talk to nobody, period. Seeing as how, like I said, they took Parler off. Nobody can talk on that. You still got Gab, but not very many people are. I'm sorry. I just now realized my mic was done. Oh, let's start over again. Oh, today we got some problems. I want to tell you, it's my first live show. It's kind of weird. It's just going to be me. I'm not going to have anything crazy on the screen here. It's going to be me and you. We'll see how well that works. So here's the problem. Now that the president's got, we'll see what, 8 more days, I think it is, 8 more days for rest of his presidency. Then you got creepy Sleepy Joe. He's going to be taking over. I think probably his best bet to making everybody happy, Republicans or Democrats, is making sure that people get that $2,000. Making sure they get that $2,000 quick. That's more likely going to be his best opportunity to make people kind of give them reasons why he's a good president. He's not going to be a good president. I doubt he'll last his whole string. I doubt he'll last his whole first term. I believe at some point, what's her name? Harris. Harris is going to take over. I believe Harris is going to take over, and I think she's going to give the Democrats what the hell they really want. And that's craziness. All right, let's just say, for instance, Joe. All right, sometimes Joe don't go through a whole lot of what Kamala Harris. He hasn't bought into everything. He's bought into a good amount, but he has not bought into everything. What that is, we don't know because he won't explain. He's never have, and I don't think he ever will. And I believe the only reason why he's not is he doesn't want to piss off everybody. It's okay to piss off a few. It's okay to piss off a couple. But you don't want to piss off the fewer couple. They could pretty much get rid of you. They're trying to do that to Trump now. I doubt it'll happen, but hey, you never know. We'll see, right? Oh, because you got 8 more days, like I said, and I don't think too many people are going to do anything about it. I think it'll take longer to get rid of him than it will for him to actually be gone, right? Now, are they trying to do this so he won't run again? I don't think he'll be running again. But one thing could happen is he could get Don Jr. or maybe one of the other kids, Ivanka. That's something. I think some people are going to be looking for her. Then you got Ted Cruz. Will Ted Cruz do it? We'll see. I don't really 100% know that part, but I'm quite sure that somebody from his circle, I don't think Pence will be running, because I do think that some people may have, um, he may have lost quite a few people just by what's going on right now. I think he has lost a lot of people on the Republican side because of him uh, going ahead with the uh, and going ahead with the certifying him as president. A lot of people were expecting him to go against it. Didn't happen. Didn't work that way. He done his job, and that was got everybody together, accepted the defeat that they got. Whether or not, I don't know, he wanted to. Could he? All right, let's do this. Could he have said no? Could he have said no? Yeah, he could have said no. He could have said no. We're not doing this. A lot of, I know Ben Shapiro is saying that he had no legal recourse. There's always a legal recourse. You can always say no. You can always say that. Will it be popular? For half the country, yes. For the other half, not so much, right? But he could have said no. He could have thrown them out and sent it back to the Congress. He could have, but he didn't. He said, "There's no reason crying over spilled milk. We will have our day again, although it will be 4 years down the road." Now you got a lot of your Republican, or you got a lot of your governors. They're kind of going against what Trump did, obviously, even though he helped them tremendously, like Cuomo over there in New York and Gavin Newsom. He helped them two guys big time. He sent ships over there to help him out. And what did they do to thank him? They told him he was the worst president in the world. Now, if President Trump would have done what he wanted to, he would have said, "You know what? New York, California, you're shit out of luck. You want to talk so much crap about me? You're not getting no help." But he didn't do that. He was a president. He done what he thought his job was. And he done a hell of a job. Was it one of the best? It could have been better, but it could have been a hell of a lot worse. What is it you mean by that? Well, it could have done the exact same thing that they did with H1N1 with Biden and Obama. Now, Biden and Obama done a horrible job. They were lucky. They got real lucky with the swine flu. They got lucky. It wasn't as you couldn't catch it like people can with the coronavirus. But think about the coronavirus. Let's talk about coronavirus. Coronavirus. If you look up a lot of the what is talked about with the coronavirus, you will see that coronavirus in the beginning stages, strangely, I will say strangely, modeled the same thing as cold and flu season. Now, as of this year, the CDC says they are no longer tracking cold, flu, and pneumonia seasons. It's all going to be COVID. That's all it's going to be. So how the hell are you going to know if you got a cold? There's no such thing as a cold. Cold and flu season is no more. You can't catch a cold or flu season anymore. There's no such thing. It's all COVID, right? Is it good? No. Is it what they're going to do? Yes. Do you like it? No. Are we going to deal with it? Obviously, because you can't say no. So that's funny. I can't wait to see what's going to go on with that. Well, it's crazy. That's just crazy. With the cold and flu season being gone, now all you're going to get is the COVID season. Man, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. Now, let's talk a little bit more about a few other things. NFL. NFL. They they have lost a ton of money this year. Just like NBA. NBA lost to, I want to say, damn near $1 billion, if not more. But why did they lose a lot of money? One, obviously, they couldn't have anybody there. Two, people were not watching their show. People were not watching their product because they alienated pretty much anybody that was a American loving person. They alienated them. Now, you're going to have some people they'll watch just because they like the NBA. I liked the NBA a long time ago, back when they had the real goats out, right? Magic, Bird. Then you also had Jordan. Jordan is the man. Nobody's better than Jordan. 6-0 and 6-0 when it comes to championships. Who else? You might have had some that went to more, but they never lost. But some of them lost. He never lost one championship. Yes, he had a pretty decent supporting cast, but a lot of times it was down to Jordan. Jordan was the man. The NFL, like I said, they've lost a lot of money. That's only because of, you guessed it, the craziness, the social justice stuff. Now, social justice between NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball. Baseball, they've done it right. I like it was okay. The first game, they said, we're going to do it the first game. Then after that, not so much. Then you had a lot of people with the NFL. The first week, they done the national anthem and the black national anthem. Then after that, they decided, the TV stations decided, let's not piss off everybody. Let's just go with the first week, we'll show everything. And after that, we're going to stay away from the game, stay away from the starting of it. And we're going to skip the national anthem and all that stuff, and we'll go straight into the game. That way people won't be watching that way your fans won't be watching the players kneeling, not being out there for the national anthem. So it worked out well. NFL, they kind of went through with what NBA was doing, but they also said, you know what? They seen how bad NBA was doing from it. So that's pretty much what they did. They decided that they're going to stay away from it. They're going to do their own deal, but they still had stuff. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, when you looked at the end zones, I mean, I didn't think it was horrible. It was not NBA. All right, it wasn't the NBA. They didn't have big, huge letters where everybody could see it. They had it at the end zones on the top of the end zone where you could see it, it was actually done tastefully. I actually thought it was done quite tastefully. It could have been, like I said, it could have been worse. Could be like NBA. NBA kind of screwed everything up. They lost a ton of business, especially with their ringleader, LeBron, the fraud, James, Mr. Don't know what the hell. Oh, all right. Let me talk about him. He was Bubba Wallace before Bubba Wallace. He was just Jesse Smollett before Jesse Smollett. All right. He had, a few years ago, he had, what the heck was it? Oh, yeah, that's right. In his Malibu mansion. Okay, Malibu mansion. He said that on his gate, he has a huge gate, one of those gates that go out and back. All right, out and back. He said on his gate, he had the N-word written on his gate. There were bars. How would you do that? Right? He called the police. Police came down, didn't see one thing. If they see anything, they say, "Oh yeah, we had to paint over it because we didn't want people seeing this." Why would you not want the evidence if it happened? Why wouldn't you want the evidence? Because there was no evidence. He made this stuff up. But he wants you to believe he's a champion for the black folk, the black man, African American nation. He wants you to think he's a champion for you guys, for them. He's not. He's a millionaire. He's on his way to being a billionaire. He's had a couple stunts where he's ridden his bike around parts of Los Angeles. How many times do you see him? He doesn't. Well, the only way he's going to do it is if he announces he's going to do it. He'll announce it on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever. He'll announce what he's doing, but he ain't going to do it just to drive. Like he just get out, leave his Malibu mansion, head down the inner city of Los Angeles, and just ride his bike. He's never going to do just that. He's got to have a following. He's got to have people to watch us, to get it on film. He's got to be a center of attention, no matter what he does. Whether he's doing it for charity or just doing it because he wants to, there's no such thing as him doing it because he wants to. He is a smart man. I'll tell you that. What I mean by him being a smart man, he's got smart people around him. They're the ones telling him, you need to do this, you need to do that. He's smart in that direction. He didn't bring up some people from his life in Ohio. He didn't bring up people from Ohio to do that. He hired some of the best people to do this. And that's how he's a smart man. He's smart. Now, the funny thing is, when he was at before the end of this, when he was doing the championship series, it was kind of funny how he in the locker room he was he had a Malcolm X book. I want to say Malcolm X. I want to say Malcolm X. So Malcolm X or Martin Luther King Jr. book. He had it open. The player beside him was interviewing. He had it open. He looked like he's reading. Did you notice what page he was on? Number 1 page. I don't even think it was a table of contents page. He wasn't reading that thing. He just wanted people, oh yeah, I'm black and I'm reading something about black. You people, I'm here with you guys. That's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. He's pandering to you guys. He's pandering to people that he wants them to know that I'm here for you. Really? Is he there for you guys? Is he there for anybody? Does it matter what color you are? To LeBron James, it does. Because if you listen to what he said when on his barbershop show, he did not like white people. How many white people do you know that could say out loud, what for people watching him, millions of people watching, how many white people do you know can say, well, I don't like black people. I didn't like black people. How many people you know would boycott the hell out of these people? A lot. Black America would never let anybody live it down. That if a white billionaire says, I never liked the black people. I didn't trust black people. How long do you think it'd be before he's ousted of America? I don't think it'd be very long at all. I don't think it'll last past the 5 minutes of the show, right? So, yeah, I mean, LeBron James is a fraud. He is. The school that he said that he opened, he didn't build it. City of Akron did. Okay, he didn't pay for anything. He paid. I think he's paying $500,000 a year, but it is not him paying it. It's his charity paying for it. Who's his charity? Where do they get their money? People that live around there. Other celebrities. LeBron James not paying a dime for the school. He hasn't. He will not be paying. He's got the city of Akron back in that school, and hell was the first. I think halfway through the first school year, city of Akron and County of Akron and the City of Ohio, or State of Ohio, was trying to figure out how the hell they're going to pay their part, because there was more upkeep than the city even thought. Think about it. All you got to do is go to Google. You'll see all this. It's plain as day. Then I'll tell you what. Let's talk some more about the fraud of LeBron James. Oh boy, the tuitions to Akron, was it Akron Community College, whatever the name of, I can't remember the name of this. Okay, he said that he's given 20 people a year tuition for it every year. Okay, the city of Ohio, or city of Akron, or the the school, community college. Community college, the state, the people that run, it's a state-run college. Okay, it's a state-run college. It's a city-run college. I think it's either city or state. I'm not 100% sure. These guys are running this college. Okay, and what's going to happen is that the city or the state is actually going to be paying, I think it's $1 million a year for those tuition. I think it's like maybe 20, 30,000, I think, for a year for the kids. I'm not 100% sure. But I did remember seeing that the city of Akron is paying for the school there, and they're also paying for the tuition. They're using LeBron's name, in name only. LeBron's not paying a dime. We need to stop telling people that LeBron's doing all this stuff when he's not. He's not doing any of this stuff. We got to stop this. This insanity saying LeBron is the man. He's paying for this. He's paying for that. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's no Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan pays himself. He will pay to have this stuff done. Michael Jordan himself gave $100 million of his own money to help BLM. Problem with BLM, there's a big problem with them. They're an actual group that has nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. Guess who Black Lives Matter worked for? Take a minute. I'll just take a second. Don't know. Democratic Party. BLM, that's what they do. They put forth money to Democratic Party in order to get their people in there. They didn't want Joe. They didn't. They wanted Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris was too stupid, ineffective as a leader to be able to do it herself. She quit a week before any of the polls, a week before any of the voting could start. Where would have been the first place there to start voting? California. She was terrible as a city attorney, as an attorney general. As you've seen, problems with it was 1,000 cases they had to throw out because she was suppressing evidence that would have exonerated 1,000 people. And she sat on it, wouldn't say anything until a judge had to say, you know what? She didn't do her job, so we got to let these guys go. Throughout all the cases. Some of them could have been guilty. I'm not saying that. But there was opportunity for them to say, hey, there's problems with the people that took the evidence holders, whether it was transportation, the police itself, where it was stored. There's problems with every single one of these 1,000 cases. There's a problem with each and every one of these 1,000 cases, and yet she sat on them. Wouldn't do anything about it. Not to mention holding people longer than their sentences would allow, so they could do stuff for the city for her. That would be called slavery. If they're holding them past their time, if they let's say they're a year, their sentence was a year, and they said that after 10 months of good behavior, they're out. 10 months. As soon as that 10th month come, and if they had good behavior, they were good for 80% of the time. They were going to go home. Kamala Harris said, nope, not going to happen. We're going to keep them in here longer so we can get some free work out of them. What do you call free work for people that don't want to do it? That's slavery. That's what she was dealing with. Now, speaking of that, we're going to get back into LeBron James on that one. See, all this is coming to a point. It's coming to a point how ineffective and how fake these people are. Whether it's LeBron James, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, it's all going into one place. All right. I mean, it may go off here and there, but it comes back to the same point and how fake these guys are. All right. Nike, LeBron James. They're all about equality, right? That's what they're here for. That's what they preach to you. They put it on the back of their jerseys. They put it on the courts in NBA, which I don't think they're doing that this year. I think NBA got smart and said, we're losing too much, so let's get rid of that stuff, right? They can't do stuff on the back of jerseys either. Can't do it. So what they do, they could take the stuff off. So now they're going back to half-hearted it, right? Well, that and the players are seeing how much money they were losing. TV stations are seeing how much the TV contracts. All right. If the NBA decided they weren't playing this year, they would have lost all the money from the revenue, from the TV revenue. TV revenue plays a lot of money towards the NBA. They do. They make about 70% off the TV revenue that they do anywhere else. And if the TV networks aren't getting what they paid for, they got to give that money back. So the NBA had to jump back to work, and they had to get back to work fast. Now, let's go back. The NBA, LeBron James, and Nike. Let's go with that one. Nike, which is made in China, right? Pretty much a lot of your mementos, shoes, jerseys, you name it, made in China, right? Okay. China, they have all the factories. Okay, all the factories in China. What people make the stuff in China? Chinese people, right? Yes. Now we're getting into the big stuff. In China, there is no living wage deal like we have here. There's no mandated minimum wage. There isn't. There's not. All right. A lot of these factories, Nike, LeBron James, a lot of these factories are in places where these guys live, right? So if they're not working, they're not getting money, right? There's no vacations for these guys, right? It's slave labor is what it is. It's what it is. Modern day slave labor. All right. They make these guys work 10, 12-hour days, 6 days a week. Okay. And they make them work in these factories that have housing there. So what they do is they wake up, go to work, come back, go to sleep, do it all over again the next day, 10, 12 hours. And if you won't do it, they'll find somebody else. They'll kick you out, find somebody else. These guys are making stuff for like $2-3 an hour. And they're bringing it back here, charging hundreds of dollars for it. Come on now. You got to call it. You got to call it what it is. And it's BS, right? I mean, it's like the jerseys. Same thing with the jerseys. NBA's cash cow comes from China, NFL, MLB. I hate to say it, but pretty much most of your professional sports, all their stuff's made in China. So we're coming back. Like I said, we're getting back to what I'm talking about, okay? LeBron James is all about equality, people being treated equally, which today you have more people being treated equally than you had 60 years ago, 50 years ago, 40 years ago, okay? You got more of that than you did then. Back then, they didn't like you. They'd hung you just as soon as you get rid of you. All right, there was no trials back then. It was this. He did this. All right, string him up. That's how it was. Now it's different. There's it's literally not that way. Okay, it's not. It's literally not that way today. It's different. We have. Is the legal system perfect? No, it's never going to be. Let's think of that. Okay, it's never going to be. Everybody is treated the same today. Now, are there areas where people are not treated the same? Absolutely. I'm not saying every place in the world is people are being treated equally. I'm not. But like I said, let's go back to that and I'll finish it off with this. If he's all about equality, why is he letting all his stuff be made in China where people are not being paid a fair wage? They're being worked pretty much to death. Why is he allowing this? Now, you look at Daryl Morey, his tweet, Free Hong Kong. Excellent thing. Should be. Because China, when they took over Hong Kong again, they pretty much went under rule of China dictator saying, it's my way or you either go to jail or we'll kill you. That's a state you don't want to be in. Okay, we got it much better here, I'll tell you that. But what I'm saying is, if LeBron wants everything to be fair, if he wants everybody to be treated equally, why are you getting all your crap made in China? Because nobody's treated equally there. If you're not a millionaire or billionaire, you're a piece of crap. You work your 10 hours a day, you go home. You come back after 8 hours, 7 hours, whatever, and you come back and you do it all over again. You work until you die. It's pretty much what they're making them do. All right. Let's think of that. Daryl Morey said free Hong Kong, right? What's wrong with that? Then you had LeBron saying, "Oh man, he's not educated on how things are." What are you talking about? Most people are educated. China and Hong Kong is a slave area, slave-driven area. I mean, there's certain parts that are not, but most of these parts are. If you look at these sweat factories in China, India, places like that, yes, way worse than here. Anybody with a pulse and an IQ of 5 knows that this is a problem. And LeBron James is, don't mess with my money, man. I got to make my millions from China. But America's the worst place in the world. Really? Really, LeBron? Is America really the worst place in the world? I'm kind of thinking China might be because of how they treat people there. Like I said, am I saying everybody here treats everybody equally? No. I would never be so stupid to say that. But we got more places here treat people the same as you do over there. Okay? So let's stop thinking that America's bad and China's good. China's not good. China is a communist country. You can't have your own opinion, which today, January the 13th, 2021, we're starting to head that direction also. They're taking people's freedom to speak, freedom to talk, freedom of zero. What am I saying? You can say whatever you want without repercussion. Left can say it. They can tell me I'm a racist all day. They have no idea who I am. They can tell me that, but if I tell them they're racist, that's racist. Okay, let's think about it. I think it's ridiculous, but then again, hey, who do we to judge? Only the people are being told that, right? So as I'm getting back to this, I'm going to cut it off and we're going to call it a day for this one. So what I'm saying is, if we don't get things better, if we don't start stopping people from saying what they want, we're not going to be any better. We will be, in fact, be the same as China and Hong Kong. Because if you don't speak the same language that the smart people say, you're a bad person, and they will get rid of you one way or another. They'll get rid of you um, physically, or they'll get rid of you personally. What I mean by that, they'll take away everything you can that you want to say, take away your freedom of speech. They will. It's just the way it is. Circling back around to the whole media, um, with them taking down Parler, which I know they'll be back up. You're not going to be able to get rid of these guys. They're going to be there. Then you got Facebook taking down accounts, Twitter taking down accounts that that don't exactly believe what everybody's saying. They're gonna do it. So, man, do me a favor if you haven't. Obviously, nobody here. I'm not known enough. Do me a favor, share this video, like this video, subscribe to me. Just subscribe to WTF. It's a good deal, man. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to you guys. I'm also on Rumble. Check me out on Rumble. WTF TV on Rumble. Head over to patreon.com at WTF TV. Help us out. This is something that I'm going to be doing more and more, all because I got a passion to talk to the people who don't have a voice. That's what I'm here for. I want you to comment. Tell me what you think. Head over to my Facebook page, my Twitter page. Facebook page is William Pope on Facebook, and my Twitter page, sometimes I don't know what it is, Will Pope at Will Pope 709-28591. Head over there. Talk to me. Let's talk. I want to talk to you guys. You guys will be cool. I mean, I'm going to be doing quite a few other things here. WTF TV, we're going to be rolling forward. I'm going to have some fun with you guys. We're going to be doing some video reactions, whether it's music, different stuff that's happened in the world. But won't you guys do me a favor? Head over there. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Check me out on Patreon page, patreon.com at WTFTV. Help us out. Helping us out, donate whatever you can. Any little bit helps, gets us back. Also, get us to 30 subscribers by, let's see, what's today's date? Today's the 13th. If you guys can get me to 30 subscribers by the 31st, we'll do a Zoom. We'll have fun. I'll talk all kinds of whatever you guys want. We'll have some fun. So, if you want to, head over there, take look at all my Facebook and all that. Head over to my Patreon, as I said just a minute ago. Help us out. Man, I can't wait. I'll catch you next time.